What's going on, YouTube? Reverend Evan Sackett here. I do apologize about the background noise. This is can be at times a pretty noisy neighborhood. On this video, I really just wanted to answer a couple of questions that I had been emailed, which is the first time this has happened. A couple of people actually had been checking out my book that has been published by iUniverse, that was published about 5 months ago. And they sent me a few questions on how I got published and what I plan on publishing next. Well, I believe one of the people that sent me this email, or an email asking a question like this, was David, and his question was, how did you go about getting published? Well, first off, David, I was not published in a traditional manner. Back in the 1960s and 1970s, or before that actually, if you were a musician or you were a filmmaker or a book writer, whatever you were, you had to take whatever it was that you were doing and find a gigantic company that would be willing to stand behind you and publish whatever you were doing. And that was about the only way to make it. But at this day and time, many people, especially filmmakers, are taking the independent route. And that's what I've done. I've actually self-published Inferiority, which is, at this time, my only published work. It was actually my 5th book, but when it came time to publish, I felt that it was the most worthy. I do plan on publishing my other books in the future, but self-publishing is a very costly process. No, I didn't run the machines myself or pay someone else to run them. What I did was I went through a company by the name of iUniverse. Anyone else that is interested in self-publishing, take this advice. That's the best company that I had found, and for a relatively costly fee, but an acceptable fee, they published my book and made it available on the internet and even at a few brick-and-mortar bookstores. Before certain stores will agree to carry a self-published book, it has to sell so many copies. Unfortunately, the self-publication route is not the best route to go permanently. It's good to do for the first few times you are published, just to get yourself on published paper. But if you're planning on making a career out of writing, you pretty much have to have a regular publishing company that has approved your book and said, okay, let's publish it. But that's not a very easy thing to do. You have to have an agent before you can have any hopes at all of finding a publisher by that method. And I had another question that this young girl sent me. I believe her name was Alice, and her question was, why do they refer to self-publishing as vanity publishing? Well, Alice, I wish that I could answer that question. Self-publishing is referred to as vanity publishing, which means that most big publishers take self-publishing as a form of self-righteousness. They feel that whoever is self-publishing the work has been denied multiple times and feels that they are just so worthy of being heard that they should spend the money to be officially published, even though others felt that they shouldn't be. But that's not the case. A lot of people haven't gone to big publishers. I didn't. I mean, I went to a few agents that never called me back, but I didn't even try to get it published traditionally. I just wanted to get it on published paper and see how it would do and then go from there. I've sold quite a few copies, but nothing out of the ordinary, really. Not any more than most authors who are publishing their first time do. But my next book, which will probably be published, hopefully, it isn't finished yet, but I hope to have it published at least by the summer, by this coming summer, is a book called The Barbaric Soul. And that's going to be my second novel that I'm working on at this time, and I'm going to publish it through iUniverse, and that'll be my second published work. And I hope to go back and publish the other works that are, as of right now, unpublished through iUniverse. However, any of you that are interested, you can go to my website, www.visualcircle.org, and there are copies that I have arranged personally for purchase of my other books. The poetry book, the screenplay, the short story book, and the Doctrine of the Visual Circle, which is a non-fiction work. But basically, I hope that answered your questions, and thank you.